Hello. Today we're going to do an actual review of the pen you saw ages ago. This is a Pilot Custom Heritage 912. I've had it for a year or two now, and I think I have used it enough to come to a suitable conclusion as to whether or not I like the pen. Hint, I like the pen. But yes, it's off my nib, a size 10. It's been, I could say it's like sort of been broken in. It never was that stiff. I found that it has been great for both sketching and writing, which I will demonstrate once we leave this lovely pillar. We're in Sham Shui Po. This is an older area of Hong Kong. It is in Kowloon, and I used to live here. It used to be where all the poor people lived. That's a sort of misstatement. It's still where all the poor people live. However, in the 10 odd years that I haven't been back, it's changed a lot. It used to be all just all old buildings. We're talking a lot of these buildings were built in the post-war era. This one is potentially even older. Industrial, commercial stores and shops on the ground floor, and every single one above is just mostly semi-residential, because a lot of these families who used to live here were maybe like small domestic industries. This is one of the older ones. It calls itself a factory, as with all other things, and as far as we can tell from the Chinese characters, they made a lot of metalwork stuff. So we're talking window frames. What did you say it was again? Waka.
Waka is drawing stand.
Drawing stands. Sketching stands. But it's not like it's a big big market for sketching stands. It's more like, well, stands. Chinese calligraphy doesn't use stands. They put it on a table. It's a flat surface, and then you use the brush strokes. Stands, metal stuff. There we go. And anything to note? This is a very old style of just shop door security. It's not the new fancy stuff we have over here on the right, where you see like the metal gating. No, ours is just like vertical metal panels that sort of fold in. There's a small gap on the top. The signs, also very old. It's just a wooden board with painted stuff. If you're fancy, you would have your own Chinese characters in wood. The tiling of the, I don't know, 70s, 60s and 70s, it's like this small tiling, these small tiles, especially this color, like these two sizes. That's a good sign you're in an old place in Hong Kong. And one final bit about these old buildings are these stairs. Switchboards outside, distribute, and not visible on this side. These just say, oh, post no bills. And those metal things, assuming you can still see them, these are post boxes. Tiny, they're not aluminium, they are like galvanized steel or something. And yeah, those post boxes. These buildings do not have lifts. Traditionally, they are no more than 4 stories tall. There might or might not be a fire escape. If there is, it probably goes to some crazy back alley. Another way to recognize these old buildings is they're the only ones in Hong Kong where they need structural support on the outside to support the extended building on like the first floor and above. Cheers. These are old. They are hard to find in Hong Kong for a good reason. It's just not very good use of space, and some of them, they are liable to just collapse on people. So the government's been cracking down on a lot of the older, crappier ones. Here, this is the outside of the building. This isn't even 4 stories, we call this 2 stories because we have ground floors here in Hong Kong. It's not like everywhere else, which counts ground floor as first floor. It's like two upper stories and some sort of balcony thing where people usually hang their clothes and where sometimes television antenna may be visible. These used to be balconies, but obviously they took up the space with windows. You see a lot of Chinese characters. Those are just the store telling you what they make, which include these supposed sketching stands and picture frames and window frames. Beside that are slightly newer buildings. These are definitely post-war. If you pay close attention to the ones on the right, they hang their clothes via bamboo sticks, because that is still totally viable to string all your clothes and trousers and stuff through bamboo and then hang the bamboo stick outside. People usually don't come out to these places to like look at these old buildings, but maybe like if you're into urban hikes, then it's a pretty good idea to like maybe just walk through like a cross section of the city and see it change from busy touristy places to old areas like this. So the pen, it's close but not quite. It's close to a semi-flex. And doesn't matter too much though. It's a really good experience and you get good line variation, which you might see later, but for now we're just gonna sketch. I have some blue Sailor ink in here. It takes a Con 70, which apparently is gonna be phased out for a Con 40 soon. We'll see. It's a good thick size, it's not too heavy. It's fairly easy to clean. It's very easy to just pull out the nib and the feed and wash everything. Con 70, a little bit of hassle. It takes me a while to disassemble the push button mechanism. It's like they're glued on or something. Well, they're not glued on. It's friction fit very tightly, and it takes a while for me to work this bit off to easily clean everything. Anyway, sketch. Today we're gonna do a mildly fun sketch. This is a boring bit where I attempt to talk, but I can't talk and sketch at the same time because I'm really bad at multitasking. And then that means I either get a good sketch and very mediocre content coming from my face, or good content and nothing whatsoever from my mouth. Okay, that goes down a little. It sort of looks like this. That's a new truck. This has no historical significance in Hong Kong whatsoever. You don't have to mind it. It's a truck. It has trucky bits. It's got some bits on it. Oh no. Can't actually draw decent circles. Not even circles. Doesn't matter. There are the support pillars. And the detail. I like this pen because if I use it naturally, I get sufficient line variation while just writing normally. When I'm sketching, I like to use the line variation if I want to emphasize maybe an outline or something. I press a little hard and I get a nice thick line, sort of accentuating certain parts of the environment. There's a big one here. Now I have to draw all the other ones. Yep, Peng. It's a weird name. It's a very bad rendition of Chinese calligraphy. I'm obviously not experienced in this, otherwise it would look so much. And There's some outlines of stuff. Some more space. I will happily like just hike around Hong Kong with a camera and or a sketchbook and sketch whatever I see. It's sort of like hiking in the hills, just with a lot more pollution than people. I'm going to forget that these sides are wet and then I'm going to wipe my entire hand all over them in a very short while. On here, you're going to do it just out. Somehow this doesn't look right. Oh well. Now for all the details. There is a street. There is some sort of piping. I'm not even sure of this, if like anyone even works here anymore. Please don't film me writing Chinese characters using all the incorrect brush strokes. Panic, panic. No, well, it's just an impression of words. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to fit everything here. Bad planning. Okay. Squiggles. Yes, that's what I'm used. I'm used to writing left to right. Whoops! No one saw me writing left to right. You know, like English letters. I was about to say, I haven't smudged anything yet, and then realized I smudged something already. This pot has a windowsill going on, and it ends around here. It comes down by the side. And there are characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should have known that when I was writing. That would have made everything so much more balanced, Leo. It looks weird now. It's fine. No smudge. Well, I'm just gonna fudge this writing. Above here there is some signage. And then there's the windowsills. These metal ones. There's 4 of them. And they are very irregularly shaped. And some of them have patterns in the frames. Some are for decoration, but if this was like a real building, most of the time it's used so that like kids don't fall out of the second or third or fourth story windows. Has it happened? Occasionally you hear it in the news, especially in these older ones where it's right up against the, like especially where there's space on the windowsill inside to sit on, and kids like to climb everywhere. One more set of windows and some Chinese characters. I think the conclusion from this sketch is we should never let Leo do windows ever again. They look awful. I don't know why you let him. He's not a professional. All Chinese characters, because you're going to write them the wrong way around. That's more of those weird sketching frames? Maybe it's just picture frames. Don't know why you make them out of aluminium though. Is that what I think it is? No, I have no idea what that is. Anyway, the whole reason why we're doing this is because I wanted to try something out, which we will see like now. Given that I'd only need like the flex to be emphasized on capitals at the beginning of paragraphs, I like it a lot. It's probably my 3rd favorite fine nibbed fountain pen after my 2 sailors. Here's the Pilot Custom Heritage 912. Pilot Custom Heritage 912 Size 10 soft fine nib. I can see it, you can't. Oh, it's like augmented reality.